The eagle is about to land. Alright, that was kind of a bad joke. However, it's not far off. In the coming weeks, the latest pile of 1/18 scale Eagle Force action figures will arrive and be available for purchase. All of these figures are currently up for pre-order at BigBadToyStore.com, and if you're wanting any of them, I highly recommend getting in a pre-order. I don't know how many of each figure has been produced, but I know some will sell out, and when they sell out, they're probably gone. Seems like on a rare occasion, Fresh Monkey Fiction does a rerun for a figure and maybe updates it, but at this point, I wouldn't expect that happening. So as a quick side note, I know that there are a lot of figures coming and that it's about to break all of our budgets. Big Bad Toy Store has recently added a multi-pay feature called Sezzle. As far as I know, you can't modify existing pre-orders for that new multi-pay method, but I could be wrong. I've used it several times on other orders and it's worked out very well. So if you need multi-pay, I would get in and take a look at your order right away and maybe even contact Big Bad Toy Store about it. So over the last couple of months, I've had the privilege of sharing some of the first images with you of the upcoming Eagle Force action figures. And there are a lot of them coming. About 31 figures, if my count is correct. There were 5 figures that were not sent my way for early reviews, so I'm anxiously awaiting those just like you. You've got heroes and villains, factions and teams, militaristic and non-militaristic, even an homage here and there. Whether you're a diehard fan of the 80s gold figures or simply someone who likes really cool action figures, there is something here for everyone. I didn't know anything about the 80s action figures growing up and only discovered Eagle Force in the last couple years. I have really grown to love this line. While it might not come close to the widespread fantasy that I enjoy in the Fortnite line, Eagle Force takes a more realistic fantasy approach that I enjoy. On screen, I have combined the upcoming figures in their various groups and/or factions. I've also placed figures in groupings that I've thought appropriate and groupings that I've seen people mentioned they would like to see. The Crimson Moon is one such group. These figures seem to be highly anticipated and possibly highly pre-ordered. They are awesome looking tribute figures based on a faction from the past that has recently become very popular. Operation Monster Force contains probably my most favorite figure out of all the upcoming figures. That is not to say, though, that the other figures are any less awesome. It's actually really pretty hard to land on a favorite. There are so many good figures coming up. I stated a long time ago that I wasn't initially a fan of the gold figures, but in hand, I think they look pretty good. The gold is not blinding bright, but a softer bronze gold. If you're not a fan of the bronze gold look, then in a group, they might be a bit intimidating for you. If you're a customizer, then the gold action figures provide a lot of opportunity for creating other figures with the extra heads. I think that's one of the neat aspects of this Eagle Force line, is the ability to customize. Most figures come with additional heads, and they all come with a variety of swappable hands and/or gloves. Some come with generic weapons, while others have some very specific weapons to the character. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't discover this line until a couple years ago, and I missed the Kickstarter and several exclusives along the way. It would be nice to be able to locate those figures at a reasonable price, but as production numbers were low, the aftermarket prices tend to be a little bit higher than I would like. It's unfortunate that the Eagle Force line has to be produced in such small numbers. I, along with many others, enjoy this line a lot, and for it to be able to continue and maybe even get produced in higher numbers, we need to spread the word. So as a selfish plea from me to you, please spread the word about this line. I am not connected to Fresh Monkey Fiction in any way except for the figures that I was sent to do early reviews on. Beyond that, I'm just a fan like you, and I was buying and enjoying these figures before that contact was ever made. I will still continue to buy Eagle Force figures in the future because I do think they are pretty awesome. I hope you have enjoyed these early reviews. It's been a lot of fun to show these figures to you. Have a great day.